order to reverse the time travel process, I have to rewire all these circuits. But without the original schematics, I wouldn't know where to begin.
So we're trapped?
You mean we're lost? In time?
Maybe not. We don't need the schematics if we have the inventor.
Look, Radicus, it's me. Ow! You clumsy oaf! Ah, what a splendid specimen of youth I was.
Are you sure it's him? He doesn't look like someone who will one day turn into a maniacal evil genius.
Ow! You bumbling Neanderthals!
It's him, all right.
How dare those little delinquents! Ah! Oh no! They're in the past! I can't do anything to them! But don't get too comfortable, you ruffians! I won't let you get away with it! For I don't know the meaning of the word quit!
Quit. To resign, give up, cease, or desist. Any other words you want me to look up for you, Phantom?
Radicus, you're getting on my nerves.
Nerves. Let's see. Here it is, Phantom. Oh, no!
Oh, no! That nerd is our only hope of getting back to our own time. Mind if we join you?
Why? If you want my lunch money, you're too late. Somebody already took it.
We just want to talk.
The truth is, Earl, we're from the future. We breached the space-time continuum and traveled 20 years into the past.
Sure.
It's true. We came back in a time machine that you invented.
Really? I have been working on a design. Wait a minute. I know what's going on here. This is the setup for another one of those practical jokes where I wind up stripped to my underwear and locked in the girls' washroom. Well, you can just forget it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a shop project to complete.
How can we convince him we're telling the truth?
Remember what Mrs. Snodgrass said about a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court? The hero uses his knowledge of events that haven't happened yet to convince everyone that he's a great wizard.
Of course! We prove we're from the future by making a prediction.
Is there anything we know about Earl that's going to happen soon?
Shop class!
Today we're going to learn about safety with power tools.
Nice spice rack.
It's a birdhouse, you moron.
First, let's fire up the old saber saw.
If we told you exactly what mark you were going to get, would that convince you we're from the future?
I already know what I'm going to get. An A. I always get an A.
Now remember, the important thing is never to bring your fingers too close to the blade like this, because...
Actually, you're going to get a D. And it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life.
No need to panic. Let me just try to stop the bleeding here.
Crazy! A D? Never!
All right now, children. 10 extra credits to the boy or girl who finds my finger. 15 if you can do it before I pass out.
Let's make a deal. If you don't get a D, we'll leave you alone. But if you do, you have to admit that maybe we're telling the truth.
Certainly, but a D? Not ever! D?
I've got a feeling he's not in a helping kind of mood.
I can't believe it. You were right. I got a D.
We told you. See, we are from the future.
So you say. But how can I be sure?
We'll show you our time machine. As a genius, I'm sure you'll be able to tell a real one from one of those cheap knockoffs.
Of course.
Then, while you work on a project befitting your genius intellect, that is, fixing the time machine,
we'll work on getting you an A in shop class. After all, a guy as smart as you shouldn't be wasting his time building birdhouses.
You're absolutely right. You have a deal.
It's ironic, isn't it? He's going to help us foil the plans made by his future self.
I wonder how that grown-up Earl would take it if he knew.
Not too well.
Okay, I talked to Mr. Needlenose and he agreed to let Earl do a makeup project.
While you're helping Marcus and Lydia with the time machine, Ruby and I will build your project.
Are you good at building things?
Are you kidding? It's what I do.
Yeah, it's what we do.
Ow! Wow, this time machine is quite impressive. I'm even more of a genius than I realized.
Yes, but can you fix it?
No problem. No, stop, you fool!
Yeah, stop, you fool!
How dare you talk to me like that?
Yeah, but you said...
Silence! Okay, your time machine is fixed. Now where's my project? Ooh, this will get me an A for sure.
You know, maybe we can change the past. If Earl gets a good mark, he'll never go crazy, become the Phantom, and terrorize us.
You did a great job on that birdhouse. It's beautiful.
And sturdy. The glue Ruby used is really strong.
Oh, I didn't use any glue. We don't want the birds getting their feet all icky sticky.
I'm very disappointed, Earl. I'm afraid you still get a D.
No, you don't understand. I have a perfect record.
Oh, not anymore, you don't.
You can't do this to me. I'm Earl P. Sidebottom, straight A student. You'll never get away with this. Never.
So much for changing the past.
Come on, let's get back to our own time before young Earl starts getting ideas.
Earl rerouted the controls into my mini Megamind. This should only take a second.
Hey, I just realized something. We could go back 3 days early, and I could get another chance to hit the big home run.
Billy, haven't you learned your lesson yet?
Come on, it's just a minor adjustment.
Can you get us back home?
I think so. If someone would keep his hands off the control.
I'm sorry, but if we get back safe and sound, I promise I'll never talk about changing the past again.
Did we make it?
Well, Principal Mulligan is bald again.
That's good enough for me.
What a dispiriting debacle.
Excuse me?
I mean, darn.
That's better.
Of course, one of the recurring lessons of time travel is that even the slightest change of the past can affect the future.
Do you think Earl might be crazy enough to try to use his time machine to go back in history and change the past?
Well, I'd say it's quite obvious from our adventure that you cannot change the past.
Stuff and utter nonsense. Braticus, pack your bags. We're going on a little trip.
Hey, Billy, what you doing?
I'm practicing for the playoffs.
But I thought you quit the team.
I changed my mind. Lydia was right all along. If you make a mistake, you don't dwell on it. You learn from it so you can do better in the future.
To think that it all began with Einstein's theory of time.
What's it? Who's it?
Einstein! He theorized that since time begins to slow down at higher speeds, it actually runs backwards when you go beyond the speed of light.
Boy, this Weinstein sounds like a pretty smart guy.
Einstein was the second greatest thinker of all time. Second to me, of course.
If I keep working on my swing, the next time I'm up in the bottom of the ninth with the bases loaded, I just might put it out of the park.
We'll visit the Italian Renaissance, Elizabethan England. Finally, Vienna, during the...
I think we're in Vienna.
Onga, Onga, Ongala Mongala, Ongala Mongala,
Ah!
Ongala Mongala.
Ungala, a tribal expression dating back to 2106 BC, uttered by cavemen before devouring a large feast.
Alabaga! Alabaga waga! Yo!
Do you suppose they're just hungry? Yes, you imbecile!
Alabaga!
And it appears you and I are the takeout!